violence, the fighting, the stabbings and stuff going on in the prison. They locked the whole prison down. And the day he called me the day before, I didn't get to talk to him anymore since. I haven't talked to him in a few weeks now. But when that day before, he said, oh, I was going to send something home to you. I was eating this food, this garbage they were feeding him. There was a piece of metal in it, and he chipped his front tooth. I mean, it's a bad situation. And so many people are wrongfully convicted behind bars, and we have to stand up for them. The people that are outside the walls have to work for the people behind the walls because they can't talk for themselves. So I hope to see a lot of you there with me in September, and I will be posting stuff on Facebook, and I would like to get a lot of people involved in doing a coalition in our state to try to work for these things, because there are other bills on the floor too that will come later. He has one for compensation for wrongfully convicted, and there are other areas that they're addressing in terms of what they get paid in prison. So these people that have families outside, I know there's people that are probably fathers, husbands, and at least when they're working in prison, they can get a reasonable wage and they can send that money home to help their families. That's all I have for now. Thank you for listening.
I just want to make a couple of super quick points in terms of Pennsylvania. A couple things. Firstly, in Pennsylvania, they don't have compensation statute on the books. So when people are exonerated in Pennsylvania, there's no provision in the law for them to be paid anything by the state. So that's a reform definitely down the line after trying to get some of these front end measures that Millie was talking about passed. That should definitely be on everybody's radar. Another thing, also, Pennsylvania has this terrible 60-day rule. So when you discover new evidence, if you don't utilize that evidence within 60 days, like if you want to continue the investigation and see what else you can find and put together one really well put together post-conviction motion, if the 60 days runs out on any of that information that you found, then you wouldn't be allowed to use that in court, even if that evidence is something that the prosecutor had hid originally. So to me, that doesn't make any sense. It's totally inconsistent with justice. One of my foundation's clients is Lorenzo Johnson, who's a New York resident, but who is wrongfully incarcerated here in Pennsylvania. The Federal Court of Appeals had released him after 16 and a half years. They ruled that there was legally insufficient evidence. There was only one appeal left. The Pennsylvania Attorney General at the time, Kathleen Kane, her office appealed the reversal to the U.S. Supreme Court, who reinstated the conviction without even allowing his lawyers to fully argue the issue. So because he's an innocent man and he wanted to stay and fight and clear his name, he returned back to prison to resume a life without parole sentence to try to free himself. So I was going to give other details, but I'm not now because it's raining. Let me turn it back over to our host. Again, thank you very much for listening to us and coming out. It means a lot.
Yeah, that's really it, everyone. So we just want to thank Jeff and Millie for coming out and sharing their experience with us, and just thank you for everything. Peter thanks you from the bottom of our hearts. Pete's family, my family, friends, whatever. Just thank you for everything, and keep aware. And again, there's t-shirts, and I don't know if we're out of t-shirts, and bracelets in the back for sale. All profits go to Peter's Legal Fund, and there's letters that we can sign, and just stay active. We have a website up, there's an email, there's just, you know where to find us. So thank you.